So unfortunately, you can't always believe everything a roofer tells you. Now here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, there are a couple of things that roofers here tell homeowners pretty commonly that are not always true. So I kind of wanted to just dig into those a bit. Number one, so the lifetime of a shingle. Obviously they want to replace your shingle roof whenever possible, and they want to convince you that it's time to replace it. Whether it's 18 years, 22, 25 years old. Now I haven't kept track, but I'm guessing I've probably been on a few thousand roofs. So I've seen a lot. And I've seen plenty of shingle roofs here in Pennsylvania that are over 30 years old. Now that doesn't say that it's that way across the country. You know, that number is going to change. But for here in the Mid-Atlantic region, it's not uncommon for a good shingle roof to go 25, 30 years plus. You get a couple of opinions on, are your shingles really worn out or do they have more life? Because they should be going 25, 30 years without trouble here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Another big one is you have hail damage, you have wind damage, and I should get you free insurance money for your roof. Now obviously as a consumer or a homeowner, who doesn't want a free roof? Problem is, a lot of times there's not real hail damage or wind damage, and so people are getting their free roofs, but it's driving the cost of insurance up for everybody and for you as the consumer in the long run also. The fact is, I've actually seen roofers who are creating hail damage on people's roofs so that they can get the roof replacement and claim. Now, I'm not saying that's a super widespread issue, but it does happen, and I know it happens around here in the Lancaster area also. So just because a roofer comes by and says, hey, you have hail damage on your roof, be careful, get another opinion, because last thing you want is to be involved in an insurance fraud or a fallacious claim or something like that. You know, guys will go on your roof and literally make hail damage like that and then call a claim on it. So just be careful. We do get hailstorms around here occasionally. Very rare, I'm going to say, that's hail damage where it's affecting the longevity of the shingle. It just doesn't happen very often here in the Mid-Atlantic region. So a lot of roofers will tell you once your roof is 15 years old, you probably shouldn't bother with roof repairs. You're just throwing your money away. Well, go back to my first point. If your shingle roof here in Pennsylvania is in fact only 15 or 20 years old, and it's a decent roof, you could get 30 years plus out of it. So in my opinion, it is oftentimes worth repairing a shingle roof in the 15 to 20 year range, sometimes even 20 to 22 years. Now, upwards of that, you know, once you get it within 10 to 15% of the lifetime of the shingle, then it's probably not worth it. But roof repairs can be made longer on the roof than a lot of roofers give it credit for. So don't just go with a roof replacement if your roof is 18 years old and the roofer's saying, yeah man, don't bother throwing your money away on repairs. It might be worth it, so double check that. Okay, another one here in Pennsylvania. So we get some decently tough winters, but you know, it's not like way up north. However, some roofers say, hey, you know, you can install shingles any time of the year, doesn't matter the winter, we'll put the shingles on your house, they'll be fine. And the fact simply is that it really depends on how you install them. So being an asphalt-based product, when shingles get cold, then they get brittle. And so it becomes really important that you make sure that your nail depth is correct and that you're not bending and breaking or making the shingles crack too much during the cold months. So yes, they can be installed throughout the winter here in Pennsylvania, but you do have to take extra care on the installation because they do crack, they do break, and it's very easy to drive the nails too deep and have them break through one layer of the shingle, which weakens their holding power on the shingle. And be careful when you're hiring a roofer in the winter. It is possible we install roofs throughout the winter, but we take care of those details so that you get the same quality of roof in the winter as you would any other time of the year. So that's just 4 things that you might want to be aware of as you're looking for a roof replacement. I want to act in the best interest of my community, and I want to treat my customers the way I would want to be treated. And that includes being educated about what the truth is of roof replacements, roof repairs, and kind of how the industry operates.